Certification through the American Culinary Federation is really important in our industry because it equates the playing field. What they've done is they've established the standard for the industry of culinary excellence and really raised the bar of both skills and knowledge throughout the entire career ladder of a young culinary professional, where that bar is now clearly defined, where you can achieve those tangible goals through a step ladder progression of education, work experience, knowledge, and skill set. And an industry employer looks at certification and really has the confidence in their decision in hiring a certified cook that they know and meet those industry standards and criteria.
Certifications can help culinarians in many ways. One, it helps them to refine their skill set, helps them to validate what they know and have achieved, and it'll help them validate what they can do in industry to help seek out jobs. It's a path to help set a guideline for that continued growth throughout their professional career.
I was able to get better jobs through certification, and people see that you have dedication to your craft and that you continually educate yourself. You seem to get more people interested in wanting you in their kitchen.
Certification has impacted my career in many wonderful ways. It's helped me determine where I stand amongst my colleagues. It's opened up doors of support amongst the chef community, but most importantly, it's provided me with avenues for continued education and continued growth.
Certifications impacted my professional career by really enhancing my skill set and knowledge base, and has really focused me back on the basic techniques and fundamentals of cooking.
Oh, there have been a lot of successes and there have been a few failures in practical exams. Some of the successes are, you see someone that's so anxious and young and they go and they hit it out of the park because they followed the whole guidelines. They've read everything they were supposed to read. They practiced 5 to 6, 7 times, and they come in and they're just organized and ready to go. Some of the failures are just the exact opposite. They walk in and they're just not ready. They become successes in the long run because if they don't do well that day, one of our major goals as practical examiners and evaluators is to get them back and give them some tools to get them back in for the next exam. And eventually they come back in there and they pass their exam.
Some practical exam successes would be first seeking out a mentor, understanding what you're testing for, reading the manual, practicing, knowing your certification practical exam site, checking it out, knowing where to park, knowing how to load, how to unload, how to clean up at the end of the exam. Those are all good things that should make a candidate successful.
We see successes and we see failures. And the people who don't make it typically do not have the skills. And it's always the basics. Sanitation. If that's not a standard where you work and you're continually working in an unclean manner, you're going to bring that to the exam. And I can pretty much guarantee you'll fail. It's important for a cook, a chef, a baker, a pastry chef to value your daily experience, repetition, doing over and over and over quality work, but doing it in a way that does not discount the fundamental principles of cooking.
Find yourself a mentor. When you're getting ready to take that practical exam, you need to find someone that you can work with, talk with, troubleshoot, bounce questions off of, and even practice, knowing exactly what you need to do that day and the standards that are set by the American Culinary Federation.
So I think some of the most important ways to prepare for a practical is really to get a mental game plan together of how your workflow is going to look, what mise en place steps you're going to take and in what order, and really mentally get a game plan together. And then really practice it. I think having a friend watch you and time you and really critique each one of your steps so you can have a feedback session at the end of it. Really, it's all about mentorship and teamwork and building that connectivity in the industry, and then practice, practice, practice.
Your plates will be evaluated by 3 trained evaluators. You will be provided critique and review of what went great and what might need a little bit of improvement. The plates will be tasted, and then you'll be expected to clean up your station, leave it nice and sanitary.
To prepare for the practical, I have a very strong personal belief in how to do that, and you do that in acting every single day. You commit to a philosophy, you commit to a style, you commit to excellence and working to improve every single day. But it's not something you turn on and off. It's not, I'm gonna come in and cook this way just for the practical exam, and I'm gonna do this in my kitchen that's lazy or not accurate or not to standard. So in my mind, it's a commitment daily to a high level of excellence and standard to the craft of cooking. That's how an individual should approach the journey and continue to go forward with that.
Over the past 15 years, I've seen certification make a lot of strides, and I'm very proud of certification today. And I just wish we could get more young kids and midlife chefs interested in coming in and getting a certification. I think it's one of the most valuable things out there.